Good morning, everyone. This is Robert at English 360. Good morning to you and everyone else in your family. And I hope I am live because this sometimes does not work. So I am here today to talk about the world of work and our jobs, employment, what have you. Everybody has a job. If you don't have a job, you're either a student or you're probably retired. So in either of those two cases, it's perfectly fine because you have a different life. Absolutely. So what I suggest is you watch this video and learn vocabulary about work in general. Okay, so here we go. We talk about what work is. So do you have a job? I'm a teacher, for example. My wife works in an office in a multinational company, and she works there because maybe the mic is too loud. She works there because she speaks English, and they wanted someone who could speak English, but also because she has many other very good skills, like she's able to cope with difficult problems, etc. So I have a friend who is a police officer. He's at the police force. So here are some examples. Let me move on. I'll pull up this. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so what's the difference between job and work? What is the difference between job and work? Well, mainly, if I can do this, mainly jobs. 1 second, yeah. So job is used as a noun to refer to one's profession. So, for example, you can say, I've got a lovely, it would be nice if I could type, maybe like that. Yeah, I have a lovely job in a shop. Sounds nice. Job in a shop. I've got a lovely job in a shop, for example. And you can also say, for example, if you don't have a job, you can also say, I haven't got a job, or she. Or you can say, my friend. I don't know what's happening. My friend is looking for a job at the moment. Yeah, so you can say my friend is looking for a job at the moment. That's better. Looking for, it's the same as searching. Okay. Right, and work is used to refer to the action of doing a job. Right, for example, I'm not working at the moment. Or are you working at the weekend? ND, weekend. I'm slow in the morning. Are you slow? I am very slow in the morning. I don't know, but slowly we'll get there. So, important thing to remember is you have to say, you have to use present continuous for temporary actions. So I use present continuous for temporary states. I don't have a job at the moment, but I hope this is temporary. So what I'm going to say is, I'm not working at the moment. I will be working later. I will be working next week, hopefully, fingers crossed. So that's why I'm using present continuous. So that's the difference between work and job. So here's a question for you. Question is good. Is this sentence correct or incorrect? So if you think it's correct, and if you're watching the video right now, you can say, you can leave a comment, and I'll see it on my phone. You can leave a comment saying, Robert, this is correct or incorrect. And I'll be able to give you feedback straight away. Okay, so there we go. Is your job very interesting? Is this sentence is your job very interesting? Is it correct or incorrect? It's correct. Bingo. So let's do another one. So let's change the sentence. Are these sentences correct or incorrect? Okay, is your job very interesting? Is, we say correct, okay? Next one is, can you job tomorrow? Is this correct? No, it's not correct. If you're thinking about it, pause the video and then answer the question. So the verb is not job, the verb is to work. So you will say, can you work tomorrow? So you'll say not job, but work. Right. Next one, I've just found a job in a supermarket as a sales assistant. So do you think it's correct or incorrect? It's correct. Right, let's move on. So when you talk about employment, refers to work in general, especially when we, I don't know why it's capital. Okay, maybe I know why. Especially when we are referring to many people. So example, Employment is a big issue in this country. Or unemployment, you can say as well. Right, let's move on. Oops. Let's move on. Types of jobs. Types of jobs. What are the types of jobs? There are many. Okay, so you know I'm a teacher, so that's my job, right? That's a kind of job. So normally you have people who work in an office. You can say employees, people who work in offices doing anything, like paperwork, etc. Okay, what else do we have? We have freelancers. Freelance people who who work independently. Independent. Long word, isn't it? Independently with many other companies. Freelance. Then you have, what else do you have? Unemployed. Unemployed. A person without a job. Housewife. A woman, actually a woman without a, no, actually not true, woman working at home, looking after the house and children, or children actually. Right. What else? The other important words, important expressions to do with work. So what I will do, I will leave this file in the description and you can download it and study it if you like, you know, not a problem. Right, to have a good salary, that means to earn good money, to make good money. Earn is the same as make. Right, what else is next? Colleagues. People who work with you. Right. Job security. To have a job that you will not lose. So if you have job security, it means you have a job which is, you know, pretty solid. You will not lose it. Maybe you work for the government job. So government job, for example, gives you job security. Next, flexible working hours. It's self-explanatory, really. You can work with a certain degree of flexibility, or you can change your working hours. Right. Sick pay. Pay with one P. Sick pay, money that you get when you are sick. Right. Not everybody has sick pay. For example, if you're a freelance, I don't know if you have sick pay. It depends. Holidays or paid holidays. Days off that you are paid. Like in the month of August. Important thing to remember that in English, the months are with capital letters. Indeed. Right, what's next? Training, or on the job training. On the job training. For instance, if you are new to a job and they offer you training, they will pay you for this training, and you will learn the job there on the job training. So learning a job while you get paid. Wonderful. Right, I think that's it. Yeah, you can say there are other expressions like deal with, to face certain things in your job. Example, I deal with unsatisfied customers in my company. So this is my job. My job is to deal with unsatisfied customers in my company. That's the expression of deal with. That's it, really, isn't it? That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. So what kind of job do you have? Do you work for the government? Do you work for the private sector? Private sector is, all the jobs owned by people and not the government. So not public or belonging to the government. Some people prefer to work in the private sector. Some people prefer to work in the public sector because they want the job security. Other people want to risk. What kind of person are you? Are you the kind of person who likes to take a risk in their lives? And, with higher risks, you get higher rewards. You get more money if you take more risks. I mean, Bill Gates doesn't work for the American company, does he? American government, rather. He works for a private company. So this is important. You have to know that in order to make money, you probably have to work in the private sector. You probably have to take a risk open up your own business, become a business owner. So a business owner is someone who runs a business, runs a any kind of business, a company, for example, or a shop, etc. So if you're a business owner, you take a lot of risks. You when you're sick, you don't get paid, but you can make more money. If you're working for the government or you're working as a teacher, your risks are lower, but you don't make the same amount of money. So it depends. Whatever makes you happy, you do. But in this environment, when there are no jobs or there are very few jobs, I think there is an opportunity for especially young people to be inventive, to come up with new things, maybe small startups where they can put their resources together, 2-3 young people get together, think of an idea, look at a gap in the market. Is there a gap in the market? Can you offer a service that people will pay for? And if you can you run that service effectively? If answers to both those questions is yes, then maybe you can open up your own, startup and become a business owner. I think it's time that if you're young, if you're 20, 25, that it's time to think outside the box. Yes, university is important. Yes, PhD is important. And if you're doing it, fair play to you. You're very dedicated. But if you don't feel as though you want to study, you don't have to wait for a job to come to you. Study the market, study the society for a minute. You have time, right? Study the society. What do people like? Do they want a service? What kind of service do they want? Is there a place, for example, are people looking for managers who can run their social media, or are people looking for babysitters? I'm just saying. Or are people looking to clean up their gardens? I don't know, whatever. Study the market, and maybe you can go into it without having a degree and making lots of money. I can tell you a story of a friend of mine in London. When I was probably 16, I was studying at school, and what happened was that a friend of mine dropped out of school. Okay, he didn't want to study because he was bored. He said our school wasn't very good, by the way. So he didn't want to study. He said, "Look, I don't feel like studying. I don't feel like I'm going anywhere. So I'm gonna leave school." And he did. And he opened up a small flower shop. Okay. Now you must understand that London is very cold. To run a flower shop, it's a very hard job. But he opened a small flower shop. He said, "Look, I'll buy and sell flowers. That's all I'll do." And we were all laughing and saying, "Ha ha ha! Look at him. He's he could be studying at school and he's opening a flower shop. What future is there?" So afterwards, after a few years, I ran into him. Yeah, and he had 4 or 5 shops. He had a very expensive car. He had his own house, and he was only like 22 years old. And everything was working out for him because he found a gap in the market. There was demand for flowers. So if you can find the same gap in the market, and there is always a gap in the market, then you can find a good job, I suppose. You can find, proper, you can make money as well. So that's important to know. Okay, so thanks very much for watching this video. I'll drop the link to the file in the description. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the video, because to the channel rather, and share the video with your friends if they are studying English. Let them know that this is a good video and they can learn a lot, and perhaps share it with your family members as well. Here's an idea. You can give the link as a Christmas gift. That would be a very good Christmas gift. Take care for now. Have a great morning, as I shall see you tomorrow. There's another stream. Bye for now. Take care.